Remember that not all readings will resonate with every member of the collective. And today, we primarily have a love reading. However, it can be interpreted in a couple of different ways. Our first card is the Judgment card. Our second is the Lovers. And our third is the Nine of Wands. So at the most mundane and obvious level, it suggests that we have a relationship from the past re-emerging, coming back, partners coming back to the table after a period of self-evaluation, reflection, and in the present, trying to heal each other, heal their wounds of the past in order to come up with a method of moving forward. The Nine of Wands suggests that this is going to be a difficult path for them, that there's a lot of lessons they still have to learn, but they can unite forces in order to defend the relationship. Now, if we look a little bit more into detail in this reading, which I would like to, and I encourage and implore all of you to listen. We have the Judgment card, and we have a beautiful card here. We have the eagle signifying the divine. We have the Great Bear constellation, which also encompasses the Big Dipper. The rainbow coming from the eagle, suggesting a connection to the divine. The mountains suggesting overcoming, a heightened sense of spiritual achievement, hurdles in the way. And we have a native emerging out of a golden egg, out of a dark cave, which symbolizes the dark void where all answers exist. So, we have somebody here who's shedding the ego, shedding the mistakes of the past, confronting uncomfortable truths, and they're preparing to unite with spirit, overcome certain self-imposed obstacles, awaken, as this card is about awakening, and ready to embrace something new as they get rid of all of the qualities within themselves that didn't work from before. And then we have the Lovers here. And in this card, we have Raphael at the top of the card, symbolizing healing, a path to healing, the sun for the divine, and the dove to symbolize the Holy Spirit. We have the tree of knowledge of good and evil, and then we have the tree of life. We have the 5-pointed star. I apologize, the 6-pointed star symbolizing both masculine and feminine qualities. This is about connecting with one's masculine and feminine aspects. This is about accepting where we've made mistakes in the past and healing through that, healing ourselves, coming to a place of healing within ourselves before we can move forward with a partner. And in this card, there is a suggestion that there is divine intervention, a deepening of relationships, a deepening of love, a deepening of marital vows. This is a very excellent card for coming together in a relationship. I tend to read all cards slightly different based on the interpretation of the authors. And this card tends to combine Native American symbols with that of yoga and kundalini, the chakras, and you will see that here with the feathers. Somewhere in this card there's a symbol of all 7 chakras. We have the whirling rainbow, the rainbow connecting heaven and earth. This tarot deck is called the Star Tarot. It was my friend. She passed away, so if you could have her in your thoughts. So for the most part, we have somebody doing some deep introspection and inner reflection and coming to terms with a balance within themselves so that they can achieve a balance in their relationship with someone else, most likely from the past. And then we have the 9 of Wands, and we have 2 wolves symbolizing divine feminine, divine masculine. We have a staff symbolizing the tree of life. We have the sun symbolizing, again, the connection to the divine. And we have 4 staffs on one side symbolizing the past and 4 staffs symbolizing the future, and the stars connecting us to the universe. So this is a person who is reflecting on the battles that they've won. This also stands for the wounded warrior. These wolves teach the wounded warrior about themselves and helps guide him through the lessons that he is exposed to in his his waking life. And in this case, the lessons that he's learned while in a relationship with another human. But this shows me that this union isn't all, sugar plum fairies and flowers and butterflies, even though the butterflies here symbolize transforming oneself into something, an aspect of themselves that can bring about blessings. And you also have the Holy Grail in between the couple, symbolizing achieving the Holy Grail of happiness. Although we have these concepts, this is followed by the Nine of Wands, which shows that achieving this happiness between male and female, or just achieving happiness within oneself, has been a difficult journey. And there is still trials and tribulation that awaits this couple, and they must be prepared to learn from their experiences and not cancel out the lessons that life has to offer in their own journeys towards self-awareness, self-development, and the evolution of their ability to understand from each other's points of view and their perspectives, and to also understand themselves when exposed to harsh and difficult challenges in the relationship. And that is your love reading today.